What up, guys? This is Derek Larger, and you're listening to Derek Larger Sports Talk. Sorry I haven't gotten to you guys recently. Just had a lot going on with school. But now I'm back, and I'm planning to do a couple more videos here soon. I will start this one off with a little bit of free agency talk. Unfortunately for Colts fans, we are not getting Dontari Poe as he has signed a contract with the Atlanta Falcons. But don't feel too bad, Colts fans, because a couple of the most recent signings we've had is Sean Spence, a former linebacker from the Tennessee Titans, signed to a one-year, $3 million contract. I like this signing because he brings speed and he also brings coverage specialties to us, which is something that a lot of our linebackers did not bring to the table last year. And we also re-signed Darius Butler, and we'll be moving him to safety. I love this move. Darius Butler has shown promise. He's the only 30-year-old that any of us ever really wanted back as Colts fans. And I love this signing, a one-year, $3 million contract as well. And Kamar Aiken, who was signed to the team last year, was a Ravens receiver last year. I love this signing as well because it's low risk and he brings size and speed to us because he's basically the same height as Dante Moncrief, maybe a tad bit taller, but it's definitely a great pickup for them. And I definitely like the addition, especially since it's only a one-year contract. You're starting to see a lot more, Colts fans are starting to see a lot more of what Chris Ballard is like. If you want the money that you really want, then you got to prove to him that you're worthy of that money. And definitely that's been a great deal. We've signed nearly 10 different free agents so far and have spent and have only guaranteed $25 million in money so far over the people that we have signed. And I wish I could give you the exact number of free agents that we've signed so far. I know it's above 5 and I know it's below 10. My apologies for that, but I know we have a lot of people that we've had signed recently in free agency but have not guaranteed them a lot of money. So Chris Ballard is looking for competition. And I will say the Colts for the newest mock draft that Mel Kiper has pointed out has the Colts drafting Reuben Foster at 15. I love that pickup. I would love to have Reuben Foster on the team because he brings the full package as an outside linebacker. So I will get to the NBA now. And then I'll get to a little bit of college basketball here in a minute. I know a lot of you probably don't want to hear about it. Involved of resting players. I know a lot of you think that, they're playing a sport. They just need to go out there and play it. I want to get into the analytics and sciences of it. I'll try not to do too much, but I will do this. LeBron James and whoever else it is, because it always keeps going back to LeBron James. I don't like that it is because Greg Popovich has been doing this for 15 years. He's been resting players silently for 15 years, and the man is regarded as a smart person. But when LeBron and Ty Lue want to do it for themselves, then instantly everyone hates them because they're wusses or they don't really like to compete. It's a very bogus statement, and I will give you reasons as to why LeBron deserves some rest and during the season. Now, he's 32 years old, been in the NBA for 14 years, has played more minutes than Michael Jordan in his entire career, and LeBron's still going. See, the mileage is going to catch up at some point. LeBron's going to start catching up on these minutes, and his body's going to start deteriorating faster than some people want it to, because some people just say go out there and play these extra 10 games now. But see, that's hard to do when you go to the playoffs every single year. When you go to the playoffs every year, that's an extra 1,000 minutes that you might log. See, that's a tough thing to do. So it is I see it in both sides. I see it on both sides. The NBA wants these players to not rest when they're healthy because it's losing business. It doesn't look good for business. I get that. And the players just want to be able to rest to make sure that they will continue the longevity of their lives and careers as well. And what I proposed is two different solutions that could work. It is shortening the season by a couple games, maybe like 10, 12 games of the season, or the NBA proposes a compromise to the players, stating that we will not force you guys to not rest. We'll allow you guys to rest as long as you guys do not rest on nationally televised games on networks like TNT, ABC, ESPN, and that sort of thing when you guys are healthy. That could be an easy one. Then the players don't have to miss out on the primetime games, but at the same time, the players are still allowed to rest. It works both sides. I don't want to see, a lot of players, if they keep going at the minutes that they are, there's a reason why careers end so quickly. So, a lot of people seem to think that LeBron's still this 25-year-old that's got 10 years left in him. No, folks, he might only have 5 left. He might not even have 5 left if he continues at the minutes that he's at. People have to have rest, which is why, in 5 years, you're going to start to see the decline of James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and all these guys who are in the off seasons playing and are logging in all these minutes at the mileage that they're tracking. That's the big thing. And so, a lot of you have heard about Lavar Ball. In case you don't know who that is, Lavar Ball is the father of the Ball brothers, Lonzo Ball, LiAngelo Ball, and LaMelo Ball. Everybody has heard some of the mediocre statements that he's been making over the past few months in regards to how great his kids are, how good they are, and how good he was or is in regards to basketball. And some of his recent comments, he stated that NBA superstars' kids are whack, and none of them are as good as their fathers because of the pressure that builds up. And he especially took a shot at LeBron James' sons the other day, about how his sons how LeVar Ball's sons are better suited for the NBA than what James's sons are, because James' sons are expected to be like LeBron. Now, I can understand where LeVar's coming from. I do understand it. It is hard to deal with the pressure of dealt with the pressure of living up to the expectations of a superstar. I get that. But LeVar Ball, you need to be quiet. You have no right to say anything about how James's sons or Shaq's son or anybody's sons are not as well fit or is not as well set up to play ball than yours are. Okay? You're the same man that says you can beat MJ one-on-one, no doubt about it. Listen here, folks. There was a simulation done on 2K on ESPN.com. Jordan beat him 11-3. Okay? And these simulations are not wrong very many times. A lot of these simulations are very, very accurate. This is a man that thinks that everything has to go through him. See, the problem is he's no longer looking out for his sons. He's looking out for himself, and he's looking to use his sons to get mic time and to make money and awareness for himself, because he was a nobody at Washington State. You're talking about the same guy that had a 2.2 points per game average at Washington State 25 years ago. This man is not a good basketball player. He's a great father because his boys have all been great kids. I'm not taking anything away from that. But you do not have the right or the authority to say these sorts of things on television out here about other people's kids, including LeBron's, including Shaq's, all these other kids. Steph Curry and Kobe Bryant, all these guys. These guys are probably going to be bigger names than all three of your sons combined. Probably. And no offense to the Ball brothers, but they got to prove me wrong on that one. Now, I mean, do people have a problem with it? I have a problem with it because it's just not right. Like, you shouldn't be talking about other people's kids, including LeBron's. Like, you have no reason to do that. So, I mean, I feel bad for anybody who's being affected by him, and I really wish that I hope that doesn't affect his kids later on in their futures. Doesn't seem to be affecting Lonzo at all, because Lonzo's his own man and he's kept quiet. I just hope that their dad doesn't start making excuses for everything bad that happens to his kids, and then those kids start thinking it's okay to make excuses for everything. So, also, I'll talk a tad bit about the college basketball March Madness tournament. I've seen a couple good games so far. Wisconsin upsetting Villanova. I did see that coming. Even though I had Villanova advancing, I still thought that could have happened. Michigan upsetting Louisville was definitely interesting. A couple late scares recently. UNC almost got upset by Arkansas, and South Carolina upset Duke. A couple of interesting games so far, and I must say the one team that's looked the most impressive has been Kansas. And I'm actually hoping Kansas wins a little bit, considering my teacher will give me extra credit if they do. But, so far I think I like what Kansas is doing, because Kansas has been the most efficient and they've looked primarily the most dominant so far. Now, what's going to happen soon? I don't know. We're going to have to figure that out. But I would also keep an eye out for Butler, folks, because Butler's always upset city. They're always upset city. They're the underdogs at every tournament, every game that they have. Something will happen if you let them back into the game. So this is Derek Larger. This is all I have for you guys on this video. I will continue to bring up more videos recently. Once again, I apologize for not getting back to you guys about some of this stuff earlier. I will continue to get better at that as time goes along. Until next time, guys, peace.